subject again, more so that yesterday was a day dedicated, for it globally. And I think even for Nigeria, it should even be something that they have to do every day. Okay. Because it is getting to a stage where, if there's another word called crazy, stronger than that, it has gotten to that point, and it's very, very harmful, destroying our society, destroying our family, destroying our values, because, down the years, Nigeria was not known for such, but now you now find out that everybody is doing it. Now, drug abuse, you probably wonder that, well, I don't do drug abuse and things like that, but let's even look at the definition. It's of illegal drugs. I want you to take note of illegal drugs. And then, you could talk about excessive use of psychoactive drugs, such as alcohol, pain. I know when I mention alcohol, some people will be saying, don't go there. But that's it. Yeah. Alcohol, pain medications, or illegal drugs. And we are very, very habitual about that, using drugs that are not even prescribed and all that. And then, any drug that can lead us to physical, social, or emotional harm, it's part of what we are talking about. So I think you can set the ball rolling. Okay, I like what you said. You said illegal drugs, the wrong use of illegal drugs. Because we need to spell it out. People think that until you take, those hard drugs, but even ordinary, what do you call it? The unprescribed. Yes, unprescribed drugs. Illegal, something that's illegal. For whatever. And if it's not prescribed to you, and you are becoming habitual to it, you are stuck to it, it's still part of what we are talking about. Okay, so it's a spectrum. The spectrum of drug abuse. So we want to get your thoughts, Sabina, on that.
I didn't quite really think much of what was said in the studio, but talking about drug abuse, it's a problem. It has so spread to the point that one is almost suspecting every young adult because of the rate at which people have gotten themselves engaged in drug abuse and all that. And ASU strike is not even helping matters, because students who would have been on campus are at home and they are idle, and some of them, are exposed to all manner of discussion, all manner of activities. Okay. So honestly, drug at a point where I think we need to be on it, because hardly, before you would see that in the past years to smoke Indian hemp, but in this recent times, you see that because from India, people openly smoke Indian hemp. Yeah. And they don't, even they see adults, they don't care. It's fast becoming normal. And you see a lot of, some of these, people need to buy drugs. There are other ways to get high. Like we have discussed severally on this platform, how it was mentioned that some people would drink water from the unit channel. Some people would urinate in a bottle bucket for 2 days, and then go back to it and drink. And there's so many things that these people abuse. Drugs are meant for ailment, like cough medicines, and so on like that. So there is a lot of work to be done. We need to start from the primary schools, because I remember there was a particular story we treated on Panorama, that a particular primary school, somewhere in a pair, they had a cult group. So it's worrisome. So we need to take the advocacy to primary schools, secondary schools, and then of course the universities. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that, Binabo. I would like to find the record person's life and the use of the wrong use of drugs generally.
Okay, let's call it just as the name implies, abuse. Abnormal use.
Abnormal use of illegal drugs. Yeah.
Use of these things. And sometimes it's not just drugs in itself. Or as you have cocaine or you have paracetamol. Sometimes, like Ibinabo noted, there are other things. It constitutes an abuse when it begins to alter the state of your being. Like you're taking this thing for the intent for the single intent of maybe you want to get high, just to alter your normal functioning. That's what most of these things do. And I wouldn't say I've seen so much of this. Maybe the common ones are probably alcohol. And sometimes you see them once in a while on the road, the way some people just drive. And you know that, no, this one is
probably under an influence
in another realm entirely. Yeah. So basically, I can't immediately just say, okay, this is an instance right now of a story. But I know I used to have this friend then way back in the university. Funny enough, we became friends because I met him in class and he challenged me to a cooking competition. So like, wow!
So what? A cooking competition.
Okay. And he was like, he picked my note and said, wow, your writing is so beautiful and you are beautiful as well. But you see all these fine guys, they know they sabi cooking. Apparently his mom used to be a caterer, and he was always assisting. So any small thing, he's always introducing that he can cook, and so he challenged me to the cooking competition. So that was how we became friends on the to cut the long story short. So eventually we lost contact from school, changed courses, and everybody to attend. So for many years later, I saw him now in life today, and he said, we got talking. He said, he's been looking for me for so long. I said, really? What's the problem? He said, I just wanted to tell you I gave my life to Christ. I was like, really? I'm interested. That's what he wanted to tell me. He said, yes, that he gave his life to Christ. He's a changed person. That there were certain things he didn't know about me. Then I was doing drugs. I don't know. I was almost drooling. Because yes, I knew then back then it was kind of hyperactive, but I thought it was from his NDA training because I know then it was schooling, he was going for NDA, this National Nigerian Defense Academy. He wanted to become a military man, and so he has the body build. So it was always hyper. If he's walking, he's happy. So he told me, he said, okay, I was really a bad guy in school. He didn't know me, but I knew then that he was not a cultist.
Yeah.
And then, but though sometimes I see him mix with some funny kind of guys in class once in a while. But we're not really close. But then he was opening up to me and said, he just thought he should share with me. I said, wow, really? I'm happy for you.
Yeah, happy for him too.
Yeah.
Okay, now I will cite some examples because I have quite a lot that I see in my course of, my social impact.
Okay.
But you see, I want to read something. It says over 11% of youth population in Nigeria take hard drugs, syrup, the normal ones that we know of, shisha, and then a mixture. Now they do a lot of concoction.
Yeah.
They try all kinds of things. So a report from the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime said about 75 million people use drugs worldwide. In the last year, while over 36 million people suffered from drug use disorders, which Nika mentioned. According to the 2021 World Drug Report released by the agency, as of 2018, Nigeria, at that time now, that's about 4 years now, and I can tell you it has increased because of ASU strike and so many other things.
Okay.
It says about 14.3 million as at that time. So that comes to the experiences that I've seen, or cases that people have handled that I've said.
Okay.
There was a gentleman. He believed that he was shy.
Can you kindly hold a thought? We had a call coming in, but unfortunately we've lost that. And please do call us again. The number to call is 07000 917 917 to send in your contributions and also to ask questions and send your contributions to Panorama 07000 917 917. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from? We're not- Okay. Well, I can't really get what he's saying.
From your radio.
We can't get what he's saying at all. Perhaps you should move away from his radio and call us back. The number to call is 07000 917 917. It is 21 minutes past 9 a.m. and you're tuned to Human Radio WFM 91.7, and this is Panorama. Panorama is where we have ladies from different geopolitical zones to sit down to discuss, dissect, agree, and disagree on topical issues. So we've been talking with I've been talking with Ibn Abod Dixon and Buki Femi Ajala, and we've been co-anchoring with Adenike Kodri, and we've been talking about the wrong use of drug abuse and illicit trafficking. So if you have contributions, call us on the number 07000 917 917. You can also text us via WhatsApp and SMS at 0703 175 6537. We are live on YouTube. You can log on to YouTube and Instagram and Facebook at WFM 917. So let's carry on, please.
Okay, let's do the example. I'll probably cite two and we'll wrap up with that.
Yeah.
From my end anyway. So I was saying that this, and he was wondering, and he wanted to belong. And somewhere along the line, they asked, you people, you do some things that I don't have the liver to do and all that. He has not discovered himself. But he just wants to belong. And somewhere along the line, those guys said, you know what, okay, we'll invite you, to a party. So when he got there, thinking it was just an innocent party, he found out that it was some concussion they were taking. Said, if you want to belong, or if you want to act like us, we also were like you before. We could not do some things. You've got to start taking these things. You can start small, gradually and gradually. So they encouraged him to start small. And that was how he got hooked on it. At the end of the day, it was really bad for him because he got hooked. He had to leave the university, had to be a patient at the left side that we were talking about. Thank God for medications and things like that. A lot of counseling, a lot of money, and thank God the parents could afford the cost, So, but he didn't really balance well. You understand? And then the second one, I'm looking at examples that people they don't believe it happens, but it does. We know the obvious one when you go outside of your way to take these things. Now, I got to know of a story, true life story, because I asked the person, and his friends asked him, to come for a party and all that.
I'm sorry to cut you short, but can we take this call, please? Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?